Hey, second graders. This week we are working on adding 3-digit numbers. And today we're going to explore adding hundreds, tens, and ones. You're going to want to gather up your math tools you might need that you feel comfortable using. You can follow along here in Classkick and write electronically. You can get a whiteboard or a piece of paper and snap a picture of those things. So pause the video, get yourself ready, and we'll go ahead and get started. Do you have your paper or whiteboard ready? Okay, something. We're going to warm up by using base 10 blocks to show each number. So go ahead and draw out 214 and 135. Pause the video and press play after you've drawn out these numbers, and we'll check your work with me. All right, let's go ahead and check. So 214, let's do that one first. So we need 2 hundreds. Okay. Then we need, how many groups of 10 do we need? 1, right? 1 group of 10, and then 4 ones. All right. Now let's do 135. Are you ready? Ooh, it's a little blurry. Better. There we go. 130, so 10, 20, 30, and then 5. Does yours match mine? Good. We're going to be using strategies involving using base 10 blocks and adding hundreds, tens, and ones a lot this week. So we want to have that fresh in our head. Let's go ahead and get started by making sense of our problem today. Read along with me. This is also the problem on your Classkick slide. There are 214 fish in a giant tank at an aquarium. There are 131 other sea animals in the tank. How many animals live in the giant tank? Mathematicians, what is this problem about? Can you say it aloud? If you said this problem is about fish tanks, you said this problem is about sea animals and the aquarium and asking how many animals live in the giant tank, any of those ideas are correct. Good job. Let's read it again and let's think, what are we trying to find? There are 214 fish in the giant tank at the aquarium. There are 131 other sea animals in the tank. How many animals live in the giant tank? What are we trying to find out here? Yeah, we're trying to find out how many animals live in the giant tank. Is this going to be a combining problem where we add, or a separating problem where we subtract? Combining, right? Because there's 214 in the giant tank of the aquarium and 131 other sea animals in the tank. Good. Let's read it again and ask this last question. There are 214 in the giant tank at the aquarium. There are 131 other sea animals in the tank. How many animals live in the giant tank? So we know what's important is that there's 214 fish. There's 131 other sea animals. And our question is, how many animals live in the giant tank? Okay, mathematicians, it is your turn to solve this in any way that makes sense to you. So you're going to pause the video and do so. You can solve it on a whiteboard or paper, snap a picture of it and put it in Classkick. You can do it directly on the Classkick slide. Pause the video and come back to me when you're ready to discuss what you did. Okay, mathematicians, how did you get started to solve this problem? Say it aloud, whisper it to me. Maybe you said, I got ready to add 214 and 131. I set up my problem like that. Maybe you said you wrote using expanded form or drew pictures with base 10 blocks. What was a model you might have used and how did it help you? All right, let's go ahead and look over some strategies. First of all, how many animals live in the tank? What answer did you get? If you got an answer of 345, you are correct. Now, let's talk about some strategies we could use to solve the problem, right? So the first is, and these are strategies we're going to be working with this week, is showing jumps on an open number line to add 3-digit numbers. That's one strategy we could use. Maybe you used it. So what is 248 plus 143? Write the missing numbers on the open number line to find the sum. So you have this, by the way, here in your class kick. So let's go ahead and go over this. Let's study this number line. Let's think. So we started at 248, and then we're going to add that 143 in chunks. So from 248 to 348, how many were added? 100, right? So we had 100 jump. And then from 348 to 388, looks like they added the tens next. So how many tens are we going to add? 4 tens, or 40 from our 143. And last but not least, add those ones. So add on 3 more. So 388 plus 3 more, 389, 390, 391. That is one strategy we are going to be working on this week, is using that open number line. Okay. One more strategy we're going to be working on a lot is using expanded form. So going back to our original problem, this one had different numbers that we were adding here. Going back to our original problem, right? 214 plus 131, right? 214 fish in the tank, 131 other animals. Another strategy we're going to be working on is stretching this out in an expanded form. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to stretch out 100 or 214. So it's 200 plus 10 plus 4, right? That's the same as 214. Then 131, 100 plus 30 plus 1. Now we can add these up, hundreds, tens, and ones, right? 100 plus 200, or 200 plus 100, 300. 10 plus 30 is 40. 4 plus 1 is 5. 340 and 5 is a total of, or 345. So we're going to be working hard with strategies like this as well. So let's think. Do you always have to add the hundreds, then the tens, then the ones? Why or why not? It's kind of hard. Do we have to add first the hundreds, then the tens, and the ones? No, we don't, right? We can add in any order. The important thing when we're adding is that we add the hundreds to hundreds, the tens to tens, the ones to ones. We went this way, but we could have gone this way, right? Added the ones first, then the tens, then the hundreds. Doesn't matter. All that matters is we're combining place values together. Hundreds with hundreds, tens with tens, ones with ones. So you can add in any order. You just need to add hundreds together, not togethers, sorry, tens together, and ones together. All right. you are going to fill out, I just answered it. You're welcome to use my answer or change it a little bit based on your understanding here. Last thing you're going to do is one more problem involving combining numbers here. All right. I am excited for the work we're going to be doing this week, mathematicians, and I will see you tomorrow.